Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for joining us. Liam, Shane, and I just finished recording the video for the Epsom salt or the Bryson DeChambeau saltwater test. Definitely got a little bit of surprising result. All of the balls that we tested, which we only tested one of each, there was a Pro V1, two different Callaways, the Strixon Z-Star. All of those actually were coming up all over the place in the saltwater. So what that tells me is that each of those balls were actually pretty well balanced. However, the Kirkland did consistently come up with like one region floating towards the top. What we're gonna do in today's video is actually use the check and go and see if that actually comes up with similar results on the Kirkland ball as well as the rest of the balls. We're actually gonna use it to find the actual center line or the balance line that you wanna roll it on. We've got all of our balls here, so that way you can actually see what balls we're testing today. And I'll go ahead and start with the Strixon Z-Stars. All right, so I guess you got to hold the button. And then what we're doing is we're waiting for it to do a solid green. There we go. All right, so we're gonna we got our dot. There we go. We actually did get a perimeter line on this ball. I'm not going to make everybody watch me go through and test 15 balls. So I'll go ahead and turn off the camera and then go through and use this to actually get the line on all of the balls except for the very last ball. I will turn the camera back on once we go to do that ball. The last ball will be the Kirkland ball that we did to where we kind of want to test it and see like what area it actually showed up for that line. We just finished testing all of the balls. And now we are down to the last ball. So if y'all remember from the last video, this Kirkland ball had a pretty consistent where it kept popping up with these three, there's three dots right here. It very consistently kept popping up with those balls at the top. That tells me that that's the lightest side, which means the heaviest side should be opposite of that, which means that the way that this thing is gonna spin should end up being with that on the opposite side. But we're gonna find out. That's where it's kind of fun testing to see if the Bryson DeChambeau saltwater float test is the same as using the check and go. So I put it in here with the heaviest part that I think is the heaviest part up on the top. So we'll see if that actually rotates around. Make sure you can find other markers. The hole that they use for this thing is actually pretty small. So you can't use a normal size Sharpie. So we're gonna go ahead and get this spinning. Once it lights up solid green. All right, so now the part that's going to be towards us is going to be right here. All right, got that? So these parts all right here, here, and here all came up. So that means the heaviest part of the ball was right here, the opposite. And look at that, dead through the middle. Like that line is dead through the middle of the opposite side. So let me show it closer. So you can see right here. So here's the three dots that I drew, okay? So the opposite of these three dots is right over here. So if I rotate that over, boom, right there. That's exactly where that marker is. So this is how you use the check and go. Super simple. I love the product. A lot of places sell it for around 70 bucks. Walmart has it for around $41. And we were able to get like a local place that had it in stock to price match Walmart. So far, the follow-up videos that we've done to the putting rig test have been the Bryson DeChambeau saltwater float test. And now we've done the check and go. For me, it does seem like that the check and go and the saltwater float test kind of give you similar results. The check and go will actually be a lot quicker to do and also be a lot less messy. I still have dried up salt all over this table, even though I've like wiped it off a couple of times already. We appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you check out our next video, which is where we will actually take all of the balls that we've marked with the lines. We'll retest the original downhill and also have another downhill putt set up already. And then in that test, what we'll do is we're gonna purposely roll along the line that we got from the check and go. And then we'll also roll completely opposite of the line, so it actually rolls end over end on the equator to see if it gives us different results. I'm gonna go through and number all of the balls. We will track what each ball does, whether each ball makes it or misses. We'll do a bunch of tests like with each group of balls to see like how they do, and to see if we actually have some that are more consistent. Like, you know, my expectation is that the Pro V1, the Callaways should come out better than the Kirkland, but we'll find out. We definitely appreciate everybody watching the video, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Take care.